Whew. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, the number one place I really do feel for adult entrepreneurs, even younger adult entrepreneurs, who no matter what their business model is, no matter what they're selling or who they're selling to, they definitely are interested in content marketing that actually converts. Sure, one type of conversion is building up the followers or subscribers to your business's accounts or channels online. That is important to get a brand based community. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in today's teaching. Um, but, you can't deposit followers in the bank, right? So, past a certain point, it makes no sense at all to be too worried about getting big, big, big at the sake of just getting big, big, big. You want to grow your audience with disproportionately qualified leads, people who are interested in buying the offerings that your business has. Or if you're an influencer, you're following that model and or you're going for the affiliate income model even if you're not selling your own stuff. If people aren't clicking on your affiliate links, you're still not getting commissions, right? So you still need sales-based conversions too. That's the most important, conversion for anyone. So if your content marketing doesn't convert, I don't care if you have 1 million subscribers or you don't, it really doesn't matter. You're still broke or you still have a business that isn't profitable at least, right? So we're more interested on this channel in terms of content marketing that actually does convert. Even if you have no paid ad spend driving anybody or anything to your website or whatever. Paid ad strategies are great, but I'm teaching organic content marketing strategies, which you should always have in place, even if you're delegating stuff to team members later. Cool. Paid ad strategies are good when it's fiscally responsible for you and it's you're ready to do it. That's fine. But you never give up on the organic content marketing. Why? Another thing that we're talking about today. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And once you get a brand-based community or a tribe, around your YouTube channel or Facebook page or Facebook group or Instagram account, once you have people following you on TikTok and they're consuming a lot of your content to all of it. Hey, Miss Ruth, what's going on? Can you give this video a big thumbs up? I really do appreciate it. Good to see you here again. You're all about building a tribe that, yeah, you want to sell to, and yeah, you need content marketing that converts into sales conversions. Because again, it's good if they follow or subscribe to you. That's showing that they're warming up to you. That's showing that they're willing to ascend themselves in a bit more of a relationship to you instead of as opposed to just being a casual content consumer. Sure. And that is an important step. They're part of your tribe now. But you want that tribe to, yes, grow and communicate with you through content and comments on content. And of course, emails or, messages in your inbox or DMs or what have you. You also want that tribe to be communicating with each other in the comment threads on your content posting. Because if the lights are on and really at the end of the day, nobody's home, and then you're just like that Instagrammer Ari who had 2.6 million followers on Instagram but couldn't sell 36 t-shirts. Again, go Google it. It's a thing. She had this huge community that she really didn't get them to care too much about her. Like they were like, okay, the content's cool, but they didn't really care about each other or her. They didn't really self-identify as like some sort of digital clan or group. They didn't really feel like they were part of a brand-based community. So in her case, okay, she's following the influencer business model and she's going to sell her merch or her merchandise, sure. But when she's got 2.6 million followers and not even 36 of them want to buy her t-shirt with her logo on it, it means that when you're running the influencer model in this case, you failed to build a community. You just have a bunch of people consuming your content. So when I'm talking about your vibe attracts your tribe, you're like, okay, Stacey, this challenge and or what you're teaching, including but not limited to some of what you teach in Funnel Dynasty at funneldynasty.com. Go take a look at it. Okay, Stace, I get it. I'm publishing content every day or close to it. I'm making sure that it's an original piece of content on the top two social media platforms that are best for my niche. I might not like one or both of them, but I'm doing what I got to do to get out in front of them, one piece of well optimized content at a time. We're optimizing our content for search in terms of keywords in the captions and hashtags where applicable, whether you tuck them in the captions or in the first comment on Instagram. If you're going to do first comment on Instagram, by the way, make sure you're doing it inside of like 60 seconds, like as fast as possible. Otherwise, the algorithm does not associate that first comment, even though it came from you, and the hashtags that might be plowed in it might not associate it with the caption and the content itself. So if you could fit it all into the caption, you got like 3,000 words, whatever, 3,000 characters rather that you can put in that caption, something like that. Yeah, what is it, 3,300, something like that. You got plenty of space to do up to 30 hashtags in a piece of Instagram content. So you can put your caption and the hashtags all one place, now that I'm thinking about it. But today we're talking about your vibe attracts your tribe. Sure, branding like colors and font can do that. That's why you want to not just have the demographics of your ideal customer. That's like the skeleton of the person that you're building out to content market to sell to, and to relationship market to when you're not in an active sales mode. But the psychographics are important too. So we definitely do deep dives in terms of demographics versus psychographics in the Funnel Dynasty course and in the one-on group coachings that go on almost every week of the year, all built into the same price. We talk about that. So all I'll say is if you didn't even understand that something called psychographics was out there, go Google it. You've got to figure out the difference. Psychographics kind of helps put the flesh on the bones of your ideal customer or the ideal customer avatar that you build. If you don't understand your niche or niche, it's said different ways with dialects, but it's the same thing. Then guess what? You're going to just be posting content, nailing stuff to a digital bulletin board on social media and elsewhere, and going, why isn't everybody buying my stuff? And even if you optimize your stuff well, it might be difficult for you to build a brand-based tribe if you don't do it intelligently. So, you could optimize something to be picked up in search. Cool. And you can optimize your keywords and hashtags so that they're long tail keywords and that they're narrowed down niche based hashtags. So you're more likely to rank, you're more likely to be found in search harder and faster on any piece of any platform that's out there for social media. Social search is a thing. It's not just on Google anymore. Sorry, I'm sick and I'm getting over being sick. But you want to attract the right tribe with the right vibe. So, sure, between demographics and psychographics, if you do a sufficient amount of research, you'll have a better than average idea of like what kind of fonts might repel them or compel them more towards you and your brand. And the same thing with colors and that sort of stuff for your website and whatever. That's cool, but past a certain point, that's more like the cherry on top of the sundae that you're trying to build in terms of a brand-based community and a digital ecosystem that you're building. Funnel Dynasty talks more about that, but it's really about how to strategically create a YouTube channel or a website with a blog or a podcast, if that's what's important to your niche. If it's not, don't sweat it. Or social media feeds that are really stocked as resources that have to do with that main pain point that serves as an intersecting interest, going to intersect or connect your ideal customer with your business, one piece of content at a time. So when you're creating the content subjectively and you're optimizing it with keywords and where applicable hashtags objectively, you're increasing the odds that the right kind of person is going to be attracted to you. Members of your tribe or your niche are going to be more, qualified leads, ideal customers are going to be attracted to your business and the offerings it has. And And they're going to be more likely to follow, jump on your email list for that coupon, that freebie, whatever, when they're ready, willing, and able to, when they know, like, and trust you enough, especially. And for some people, it doesn't take long. They will buy from you. But how do you create content where your vibe is attracting the tribe? And I'm telling you that fonts and color codes and stuff like that, you know, after like an hour or an afternoon's worth of research about your demographics and your psychographics and shooting it through the lens of like the visual, you're done. Okay. What you're really doing with your content is you are creating content that has to do with that intersecting interest, especially when we're talking about relationship marketing type content. Okay. Your straight up sales based stuff you next to never need help with, but even so, little nuances and tweaks might get that stuff to rank up better on its own too. And or when you're attracting people to your social feeds, let's say, one piece of well created and well optimized and like great vibe kind of piece of content at a time, that's going to serve as a magnet to bring somebody to your account. They're going to look up your account, they're going to see your feed, and the collective vibe of your digital ecosystem, that feed that's stocked with a ton of great content for them, and not just sales announcements and product photos or what have you. Someone's going to vibe with you, your brand, whatever brand based community that's there, so hard. They are going to ascend themselves in a relationship with you, at least many of them, harder and faster because you get them. You get people that are like them. It's obvious in the words they see in the captions. It's obvious in terms of the content that you're creating that isn't just straight up sales based focused. And they're going to be vibing with you, your brand, and each other in the comments more and more over time, because you get them and you get the problem that's going to bring them there, or the desire or the passion point that's going to bring them to a business like yours, so they can consume your content and then, yes, consume your products, or collect them. A lot of us, when we're selling products, it's consumable goods, it's collectible goods, could be both. um, but if you want somebody to buy from you every single month or close to it because they're collecting your goodies for a passion point, or you want them to buy your product, services, offerings to help them solve their problem and then keep it solved so that they're buying from you on a regular basis, you can do that. But they have to vibe with you enough to know, like, and trust you. And how you get them to vibe with you is by understanding that pain point and creating the content, even when it's education based, entertainment based, inspiration based, or a fusion blend of some or all of those things. When they understand that you understand their problem or their passion point, and you can talk shop with them directly through the comments and the captions, and indirectly to directly, depending upon the content itself that you're creating, people are going to be vibing with you hard. Everyone's favorite topic of conversation and or everybody's favorite internally focused topic is themselves. We're hardwired survival based to do that. It's not that we're all like selfish and egotistical. Some people might be, but most of us, that's just how we're wired. We're carrying ourselves around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we tend to vibe with and create friends with people who are interested in us and not just themselves or just their business and just their offerings, because everybody out there is like that, from the big box stores and the legacy brands that have been around for years and generations. They don't have to show that they care about you. They can just put out their product photos and their sales announcements, and people are just so used to buying from them, they might end up buying from them if they're not vibing with any small businesses, any sort of brand-based grassroots revolutions that are created from solopreneurs, small businesses, mom and pop shops, that sort of thing. Millennial and younger, and actually quite a few Gen Xers, want to support local business. They want to support small businesses. But if they're searching around and you're not making a heart-based connection with them, they may not have the time and or the inclination to get to know your business better. In funnelDynasty.com, we really break down one module at a time, and then we do breakout sessions through the one-on group coaching. We talk about how you're creating your brand-based ecosystem. But if you've never thought about creating a brand-based ecosystem, you never thought about really building a brand-based tribe, you got to start thinking about it, because that's how you can get people who are more interested in following you, more interested in jumping on your email list to hear more from you, get discounts from you, what have you. And that's how you become more competitive with the legacy brands, the big box stores, whatever's applicable. That's how you become more of a thought leader in the space that you're trying to occupy as a business owner. If you're not creating relationship marketing type content at all or enough, you can post and try to optimize product photos all day long, or videos or video snippets, or short form vertical video content, and you can plow it out there all day long. But people might just go, oh pretty, and just keep going, or oh that's cool, and that's it. You have to be able to grab them by talking directly to them through the content, through the captions, even sometimes through the optimization. Some people are looking up hashtags that are specifically pain focused or passion focused. And they're already vibing because their search might be pain based, solutions based. Only 2% of people at any given time are doing sales based type search. If you understand how those things operate, then you understand the keywords to use that will your ideal customer will be searching on, content that they'll be binging on, and stuff that they'll be vibing with. Who are they going to buy from? The people that are most fascinated about them and people like them. Who are they going to get know, like, and trust with? Same. Who are they going to eventually just keep so top of mind daily or close? You, your brand, the community where you're encouraging people different ways. We talk about it in Funnel Dynasty. There are different ways to do it where you're encouraging your community to feel like a community, to self identify as a community. So they're talking shop with one another and you. They're doing it through the content itself. And then eventually they are calling you, emailing you, messaging you, whatever. So Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, for example, doesn't just sell hamburgers, hot dogs, milkshakes, and soft serve ice cream. Because if we did that and we just created content that was just nothing but that, and there was never anything else in addition to that, email, social, whatever, well, we just feel like everybody else, right? And just saying that you're the best, or your stuff is handmade with love, like everyone's saying that, like all those generic kind of beige kind of things, you're not going to really rise above everyone else at all or ever with that. You're just going to be drowned out by everyone using the same old keywords and the same old hashtags, whether you can even be competitive on them or not. Whole separate story for a whole separate day. We actually talked about that a little bit in one of the past coaching. So again, the playlist for all the replays is down in the description or the show notes below. But there's a lot that goes into building a community, but your vibe, properly optimized content, helping you, but your vibe does attract your tribe. People want to talk about their problem all day long, look at solutions all day long, binge on content all day long. The educational based relationship marketing content helps them to learn how to solve their problem or satisfy their desire more, right? The inspiration based content. What will your life be like once you've solved that problem or satisfied that desire? And then entertainment based stuff. Everybody likes stuff that will entertain them, make them laugh, make them smile, having to do with whatever the product problem that they're having or whatever thing is really occupying their heart and their desire. When you understand your ideal customer enough, you understand how to create relationship marketing based content, and yes, even tweak sales based content so that people aren't buying your stuff, they're accepting your offer to get out of pain and into pleasure. They're not buying your services or buying your offerings. They are they're talking shop with, and they're improving their lives along with you and the community that you're building. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, our Facebook group is like 3,400 people. And there's posts in that group every day. And I mean, some posts are going to be more popular than others. That's with everybody. But they love to talk shop. They love to talk about their favorite food, their favorite flavors. We try to run polls every so often. There's a lot of participation in those polls. They like to know that someone's looking, and they like to talk about what they like and what they don't like, or, what they want to see from us, or what they're really into right now that has to do with food. So, the way we create things, the way we optimize things, we know we're talking to a certain type of foodie that hits our ideal customer avatar very well. And we know how to create content that when they see it, it stands out from the parade of everything else that, is hamburger, hot dog, milkshake, and soft serve. Um, that's how our Facebook page got to over 12,000 followers. We didn't buy likes or boost posts and stuff like that. That's because you want to know why. If you're doing that, then your content isn't really performing. So you really need to spend the time figuring out what's wrong with your content so it organically performs better. That is different than running paid ads, which shows Dairy Bar and Grill barely ever has to do. So they went from barely profitable in 2015 going into 16 to a seven-figure business in like 2 years. And it was all due to, because they really didn't have extra money for paid anything, even ads, for the better part of that first 2 years. It was all email marketing and content marketing. So when you're saying, well, I sell jewelry, or I sell organic produce, or I sell paper-based goods, or I sell fashion, and everybody else's, and how much of all this stuff, I mean, the produce aside, that's a consumable good. How much of all this stuff does everybody need to buy every week, every month? And I have so much competition. How can I stand out? You have to think about the tribe you're going to build, the demographics, that's the skeleton, and the psychographics, that's the flesh on the bones, that whole three-dimensional person, that every piece of content that you are creating and publishing, someone like them disproportionately is going to find it in search, have it suggested out by the algorithms running on each platform, both, and they're more likely to vibe with it or not, and it's more likely to stand out to them because you are speaking directly to them. So my voice is going to give out. That's day 28. We have 2 more days of free coaching going on, Monday and Tuesday. If you're like, Stacey, I want some more hand holding, I really need help, you definitely want to check out funnelDynasty.com. It's in the show notes of basically everything I have. That's my big offering. I don't do one-on-one anymore. It's one-on group coaching most every week of the year, 7-module course, and 24 freaking bonuses. You have a stumbling block. You have an issue that you need help with when it comes to content marketing on behalf of your own business. Funnel Dynasty is what you need. So I will talk to you guys later. Build that vibe, build that tribe, and attract them with the right vibe in terms of content subjectively and how you optimize it objectively. Do it, do it, do it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.